This is a 2015 BMW F30. It's a 328i, and it has driver's assistant packages and a premium package, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this is my mom's new car. She recently got hit and totaled her Honda Accord, and I said, I don't know why you want to buy another base model Honda Accord, something like that, and you're just going to be, you could spend less money or the same money, get a nicer car, have more fun, and have just as good reliability in the grand scheme of things. So she took me up on my advice, and so she told me just to help her find some cars, and we found this 328i. So I used to have a 328i. Now mine was an E90, this is an F30, so it's a different generation. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you around the car, just show you what it's equipped with, what it's like, what I think about it versus the E90. So I'm going to try to compare it strictly to my 328i, not to my 335i. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and look around this car. So I'm going to go ahead and get you off the tripod. Alright, so at the front, when compared to the E90, and this actually makes a great comparison because both cars are black, you can see the headlights both cars had halogen headlights, but this car does not have angel eye headlights on it. In fact, so when you do it with the, you unlock the car, your welcome lights are just the high beams and the parking lights. That's all you've got. That's where the car came from, Highline Garage in Charlotte. Had a really good experience from them. This car also was a lease turn-in, so it was at least serviced well. So we got the kidney grills right here. They are chrome. Now as for the wheels here, we have let's see, I don't know what size they are. Let's have a look. They're 17-inch wheels, so they're bigger than mine. My 328 had 16s, but once again, older car. Size tire 225, 50, 17. So, they're just tires. What are they? Continentals, Continental, Conti Pro, Contact. So up here we have these nice looking door mirrors. Have the turn signal integrated into them. So yeah, let's see how that looks when we push the unlock button. And then over here on the inside, there, that little triangle you can see, that is the blind spot monitoring for this car. Okay, so side profile of this car is pretty similar to the E90 chassis. And the rear profile also pretty similar, just more modernized, slightly more angular. Car's dirty, forgive us, it's her and me. It's been raining here, and today, the first day we get where it's not raining, it is really cold. So, anyway, that is the exterior of the F30. It's a pretty nice looking car. Doesn't just incremental improvements on the E90. Alright guys, so moving to the interior. Me sitting behind myself, I have room for days in the F30. I am a shorter person. I'm only about 5'7", maybe a little bit taller than that. But me sitting behind myself, I have tons of room. I imagine that if I was like 6 foot, it might be a little cramped. But it's nothing that any adult couldn't handle for short trips around town, and if you've got kids, then it's more than enough for them, unless you're hauling a lot of kids. Then you might want to look at something with more rows. Anyway, let's go check out the front. Alright, looking at the interior here, I really like the contrast on these doors. I love the fact that they added a handle here. The E90 does not have a door handle like that, and the addition is just really nice. It looks better. The E90 only has them on the passenger door as well as the rear doors. So we have these seats here. Now they don't have the bolstering like my current E90, but they have more bolstering than my E90 328i did. You see here, pretty nice. I do really like this oyster color that they have here. It's a pretty nice looking steering wheel considering that it's not an M Sport model. So sitting on the dashboard here, we have the nice BMW greeting us here. Go ahead and start the car. And we are greeted by the familiar BMW ding. You get this in everything from a 1 Series to a Rolls Royce. So we have over here on the left the fuel gauge. Our speedometer and tachometer are pretty traditional, although the real-time MPG gauge has become digital and has this little thing that says efficient dynamics. Now I haven't read the owner's manual, so I don't know what that is. And then over here on the right we have the oil temp gauge, which I'm really glad that they did finally see fit to add to the 328i, as the E90 328i did not come with this. This is a welcome addition. Over here in the middle, this is for lanes, I believe, as part of the driver's assistant package. Over there you can see the triangle, that's for your blind spot monitoring. We have all your HVAC controls, which are pretty much unchanged from the E90, just slightly modernized. They even still, this here still kind of pixelated, but it looks modern, you know. HVAC's making some noises. I don't like that this is, whatever they used here, it just doesn't feel as good as it does in the 328 and the E90. It does feel tougher. So we have iDrive here, which is the gold standard of infotainment. So we've got our, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I want to go to vehicle info. So I could do trip computer, vehicle status, onboard info, owner's manual, search. Let's see what efficient dynamics is. So it's telling you your average miles per gallon, I think. Average trip of 8 minutes. I don't know what all this is. Anyway, iDrive is the gold standard. Anyway, if you'd like to know more about iDrive, I could do a whole review on iDrive, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if you have iDrive, you probably know how to use it. Have the standard computer here. It's pretty much unchanged from the E90. So that's your average miles per hour. That tells you your speed limit. That's pretty cool. That's your date, miles to empty, average miles per gallon, real-time miles per gallon. We have this shifter here, which I totally really am not a big fan of, but it's kind of gimmicky. I don't know why all these cars with the ZF transmission have this. To go to reverse, you push the button and go forward. Back to park, push the button. To come to drive, push the button and go back. Go back to park. Over here we have the button that, you know, forward goes to sport. If you don't touch it or you push it back down, you're in comfort. So yeah, sport, comfort, and eco. Sport, comfort, eco. iDrive knob. And a real parking brake, not one of those fake buttons. So this is the interior of the 328i 2015. That is chassis code F30. Quite impressed with it overall. Have to say that BMW did do a good job on improving, even if some of the interior quality is not up to the standards that I would like. So the N20 develops its torque from an extremely low RPM. I imagine it's about like 1300, 1400 RPM where peak torque pretty much comes on and is held, like I said, to about about 6,000 RPM, and then you start to run out of steam as the turbo's airflow capacity is just maxed out and it can't pull in enough air anymore. And this car utilizes a single turbo twin scroll turbocharger, as opposed to the previous generation of my E90 328i, which used a naturally aspirated inline 6. So that turbo is how it's able to develop the extra torque. And this car, just in general, from that E90 is much more refined. It's more smooth. Now mine was modified, it was tuned, it had an exhaust, but even before I did all that, it was a bone stock 328i. And this car, it represents like a whole step forward. There's one area where I don't think they did the right thing, and that is going to the electric power steering. I don't like that. It just makes it numb. It's not effective. I really don't feel like I know what the front wheels are doing, and I'll talk about that more when I actually get out and drive this car in the next video. But yeah, it's other than that, I mean, this car is fantastic. I mean, for what it is, it's more power than anyone could ever need just commuting around town. Now, I mean, you know, I want more power. That's why I have an M54 that's full bolt-on. But this is all you could really ever need. So, did BMW make the right decision in dropping 2 cylinders and adding a turbo? Well, from a business point of view, from a legal point of view with emissions and all that stuff, of course they did. But in terms of a driver, you got to think about who BMW is marketing this car to, and they're marketing it toward a commuter. That's what it is. It's a commuter car. Most people don't know what's under the hood of their car. Some people don't want to know, which is really weird but that's, you know, you got to think about who they're selling this car to. You know, my mom wouldn't know what's under the hood of this car except that I've told her 20 times, so she kind of doesn't have a choice but to know. But do I think they made the right decision for me? Yeah, I like turbocharging. Now, I do miss the NA inline 6, and I'm sad that it's gone now from this world. But did they make the right decision? I think so. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'll take this thing out for a spin and let you know just my thoughts on the driving dynamics of the F30 chassis of the 328i. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.